Emily Twirls. Hello, hello.
Nice
I'm
to
Tony.
meet you. Thank you so much for coming.
So nice to meet you. Look at this gorgeous 50s look.
Thank you.
Show me. Oh my God. This is really beautiful. And I guess this is not everything, right?
Oh no, just the beginning. Come on in. Why don't you take the whole tour?
I would love that. Thank you. Wow. This is really cool.
Thank you.
Very, very nice. What do we have here?
So this would be my formal dining room. So one of the things I really loved about the house was I had room to entertain. And so this is a display of my favorite vintage dishware, Franciscan Starburst. I mean, that's pretty much the definition of atomic 50s, right?
Exactly.
Those are actual stars.
That's the definition. Exactly. Wow, they're beautiful.
See, even the candle
Candles.
holders are like little rocket ships.
Yeah.
And then those are vintage lucite candles. So all the way.
This is really beautiful. And what do we have here?
So I love lamps. The crazier, the better. So this is like the lollipop lamp is really cool. And those wall plaques are actually Regler, which is a company that primarily made lamps. But these are the wall plaques, which you see less often.
Clearly you love lamps because I see some more lamps here.
Oh, definitely. That is a large theme. But honestly, the thing that I am most excited about here would be this fabulous piece of wall art.
What's so special about it?
It's a CJR, which is considered brutalist and actually a little bit after the 50s. But again, you really can't say that that's not atomic. That's the actual solar system. I love it.
This is really beautiful. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. Wow. Let's continue the tour.
Absolutely. So this is the kitchen. It's still a work in progress.
Nice.
So this is my vintage refrigerator. Walked into a thrift store. It was there running. Super proud because it's all original inside, but the front of it was all messed up. It was rusted and white and ugly.
Here.
Yep, the whole outside of it. So I spent 4 days sanding it all down, painting it the perfect shade of pink.
They perfectly
It was
match.
worth it. It's definitely a labor of
And
love.
this pink phone as well.
Right?
Like, where did you
You have
find
to dial
it?
the operator.
Exactly. Where did you find it?
Flea market. It's
Wow.
where the stuff
This is the beauty of it, right?
Exactly.
And this
Table came from the flea market right here in San Diego, but again, it was all rusted and nasty, and I spent many hours buffing out the chrome. And
Wow.
then
So they're not always in perfect shape, right?
no, definitely not.
A radio so you can listen to some music while cooking.
Right, as long as it's AM. Look, I love that color. I'm such a sucker for that nice minty color, very iconic.
And typical 50s, right?
Exactly.
It's beautiful. Tell me, Emily, how did you get into collecting atomic 50s pieces, and when did this start?
It really started for me with the fashion. The very first thing I ever collected were lucite purses, which to me are just amazing works of art. They're all unique. So I mean, it's really special when you can find one and rescue it. But collecting purses turned into collecting clothes, which then just turned into the whole life.
And why the 1950s specifically? What's so special about it?
That's what spoke to me. When I feel most like myself, when I find what I truly loved, it was wearing the full skirts and twirling and doing all those things that just, they're cute and they're kitschy and they're fun. I love the playfulness of it.
You seem to be like the expert source for someone who wants to know more about atomic 50s. How would you describe this era?
It's all the inventiveness and new materials and things that came out of the post-war era where they were starting the space race, starting to look at different things that were influencing all aspects of life. All of a sudden, why does our clock or our lamp need to be just a function? It can also be something fabulous.
Tell me more about Emily, about that girl. Describe her to me before adopting the 50s look.
I guess it's when I made a conscious decision that the way I presented myself to the world mattered. I was a professional ballet dancer when I met my husband. That's what I was doing, and I spent all my time and energy on that. And as I transitioned out of doing that, it's kind of gave me this opportunity to decide what it is that I truly loved. And so that was a lot about finding myself and finding the fashion and finding what makes me feel like me.
Was there a specific moment in your life that triggered this transition into like complete atomic 50s or 50s, you know, look and fashion and everything?
It was really when I got together with my husband. He came with the interest in the furniture side of it, and then I was already interested in the fashion, and now we're just unstoppable. We never have a better time than when we go across the country, antiquing, picking, finding treasures. That's our happy place. I don't dress like this for attention. I don't dress like this for other people. I dress like this because it's what I love. And honestly, if I could go back and dress like this in 1958, that would be fabulous. I'd be great with that. But I can't actually go back, so this is the next best thing.
Nice. I like it. Beautiful pattern. Nice.
إيميلي قدمت لي عرض أزياء خاص من أزياء الخمسينات طبعاً.
Nice. I like this one. And the red and the necklace is like really nice.
وقد كانت سعيدة جداً وهي تقدم لي هذه الفساتين التي تعود للزمن الذهبي.
Nice.
Hand painted.
That's a very exotic 50s, right?
Yes, there's a whole obsession as the GIs came back from World War II. There's all this fascination with the South Pacific.
لا يتاح لك كل يوم أن تلتقي بعارضة تقدم لك عرضاً خاصاً.
Wow.
This one actually has a good story. It's a vintage prom dress, and I actually thrifted it.
This is my favorite. Really. Oh my God. Beautiful. Beautiful. This one is awesome. Really.
هيا بنا نكمل جولتنا.
Wow. This is really cool. Where are we here, Emily?
The formal living room. I love shadow boxes. They were made by the Illinois Molding Company, and what's special about this one particularly, I believe it was actually a one-off, a demo from the factory, which is pretty cool.
That's a really unique piece, right?
Yes, definitely. And I have this giant starburst clock. It's actually the biggest starburst clock that I believe they made. My husband found this at the estate sale in Spring Valley. He was first in line. That's, again, one of the tricks. You have to be an early bird. That's how you get all the good stuff.
Exactly. Wow. This is really awesome. And the furniture, I mean, the couches, pink couches?
Pink couches. I like to think that they kind of look like cars. You know, they have like the metal bars, so they have the grating. They came from the San Fernando Valley, and they have that great silver lurex in the fabric.
I mean, everything about it is beautiful.
Aw.
Yala, what's next for us? Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice. This is a fireplace.
Yes, came with the house. Definitely one of the selling points.
Wow. This is really cool. And this chair here is, again, pink, right?
Right, pink and kind of looks like a rocket. Look at those arms. But what's cool about that chair is my husband and I actually drove up to LA to rescue it and bring it home. And it has a manufacturer tag on the bottom of that ottoman. It was created 2 blocks from our apartment where we were living at the time.
No
it's like
way.
We brought it home. Yes, it was meant to be ours.
Wow, this is really cool. And this one is beautiful.
That is one of our proudest achievements. That's our Whitco World wall art, and we found it one very early morning at the Long Beach Flea Market. It was a wish list item. It's one of those like iconic pieces that we just love. It has the right amount of tiki and the right amount of mid-century.
And Emily, like when you find those items, like are they always in good shape, or it requires sometimes?
I think that's definitely a big part of it, is knowing what you can bring back, knowing how to bring it back. Once in a while, you do find those fabulous people that, like, I do have a sectional couch in there that was wrapped in plastic in someone's formal living room, like its entire life. I gotta be the one to take off the plastic. So it's like new. Yep, like new. I love going to thrift stores and really finding things, and that is definitely part of where my education has come from, because you'll walk through and you'll find something and you'll go like, well, is it old? And then you start like researching. I know I pull out my very modern cell phone, it's true, so I can research my very vintage item.
And how do you find those places, like, and the pieces and everything? How do you do, like, how do you know about them?
One of the things that we look at is what the population growth looked like during the time period. So that's something that has been really successful when we do cross-country trips. We look at cities and towns that were in full growth during our time period because you know that the items we're looking for were purchased and distributed there. So you're more likely to find them at a thrift store, at an antique shop in the area.
So there's a tracking that you do.
Oh, there definitely is. And it's actually really cool too because distribution was less wide in that time period. When you go to the different regions, you see different things.
Is there any process do you do just to vet like the credibility of the piece or the finding?
We definitely have our tricks to know if they're old. There's certain stickers you can look for on the lamps, or like with clothing, if it has a metal zipper, it's usually older. Look for that telltale made in the USA stamp.
Wow, I bet you can spend hours in a store like this, right?
Really? I love it.
Do you get lost, like, do you in time when you're here?
Exactly. So it's really funny. My husband and I have like a deal. We'll do like right, left, so we can cover more ground.
Yeah, because the more you see, the more you get like really, you know, right, confused about what to buy and what do we have here?
Oh, look at the lighter. She's a pretty one, right?
It's really nice.
The lovely lady lighter.
Yep.
Definitely
shape
from the
and-
period.
Yep.
All the good barware. Look at the gold. I love things like that.
Some shakers down there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of stuff, right? Interesting.
Oh, look.
What's this?
Did you see my pink poodle at home?
Oh,
I have
yeah.
Princess the poodle.
On
Look,
the
this
couch,
is Pierre the poodle. Yeah.
This is really cool.
Oh, he's super cute. Look,
think you
looks
should
like
check it
the
out.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to see that. Thank you.
Wow.
Look how cute it is. Look, even his necklace is diamonds, his collar. Any true atomic poodle should have a diamond necklace. Matches my necklace, right?
Oh, so the sign here is that the necklace, right?
I like the diamonds.
Yeah, the diamond necklace.
I think that's cute.
Wow.
I think I need to give Pierre a good home. What do you think?
That's a good idea.
Definitely.
It goes perfectly with what I saw at your place.
من الواضح أن إيميلي سترغب دائماً في شراء المزيد، وهي الآن ستعرفنا على غرفة نومها المستوحاة بالكامل من حقبة الخمسينات النووية ومجموعاتها الكاملة.
So this is the master bedroom.
Oh, wow. I
Or-
can see more pink in here.
My pink ballet room, yes.
Beautiful.
This art here, you see how it has like the cool frames that are asymmetric? It's
Yeah.
just like that. They're actually the same artist. It's Carlo of Hollywood. It's something that we collect a lot. It's really cool. There's a lot of mystery around it because Carlo's a real person. It's rumored that he was actually the set designer on I Love Lucy, which is kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And then to keep with my theme, this is one of my favorite moss lamps because she's a ballerina and she's pink and she spins.
Nice. And you're a
What
ballerina
else
too.
could you need in a lamp?
Like literally every item has a story. Very last question.
Yeah.
What would be the most precious item? And the closest to your heart?
One, this is my wedding ring. It's actually estate jewelry. It's from the 1950s and it never had to be sized. So it's from my twin from the 1950s.
So the story of the item, right? You agree with me?
Yes, we love the stories. It's special when you get to buy from the family.
And for how long do you think you're gonna keep doing it?
Oh, this is a lifelong thing. Absolutely. This is our forever home and it will forever be adjusting and changing and that'll be an adventure.